No, I don't go to Costco to get briskets or anything. They're too expensive. They're not cheap. In spite of what people think, Costco briskets are expensive as hell. They're packers, generally prime, but whenever you go there and they got a 15-pound brisket and it's $130, I'm not buying that. That's too expensive, man. Thanks, user. What's going on, man? And we're going to be checking this brisket in about another 10 minutes. Take a look at that thing and see what it looks like. I'm not going to worry about the fire because we just added wood to it. So we're good on that. You can see that that thing is burning clean. The smoke is really good and clean. Not a problem with that. And it's rocking the temperatures I'm at. What do I consider an acceptable price for a brisket? Well, you know what, Andrew? You really can't do much about the prices for briskets. It is what it is. And if you want a brisket, you're going to have to pay the price. Just buy the best brisket you can. There's the select, the choice, and the prime, and then of course there's Wagyu. Just get the best brisket you can for what you can afford. Most of the time, choice is the best way to go because it's going to be not really inexpensive, but it's not going to be the price of a prime and nowhere close to a Wagyu. And really, quite frankly, I don't see buying a Wagyu because you don't get that much better of a brisket for the price you pay. I remember paying $1 a pound for briskets too, James, but you ain't gonna buy them at that anymore. That was a long time ago. That's years gone by, man, unfortunately. I wish we could pay $1 a pound for briskets. Yeah, that's the way you do it, Hector, but what's up, Cleater McSkeeter? It's good to see you, man. Long time no see. Yes, I have, David, and it's calibrated pretty good. This is a fairly new one. It's a tell true. It's a really good temp gauge, but most of the time, I will check it periodically with my temp spikes to see that it's working properly. I'll put temp spikes on that upper cooking grate and temp spikes on the lower cooking grate. I have two of them. So I'll put one on the upper and one on the lower, and I'll check the temperature differentials. And I have done that a few times. Just two reasons: to make sure my temp gauge on the cooking chamber is good, and to make sure my my temp spikes are still working right. And I've also tested my temp spikes against my Javelin Pro because I know it's accurate, and my temp spikes are pretty accurate too. I'm not using my temp spikes for this cook. I'm just using my Javelin Pro to check the temperatures between checks. But other than that, Thanks for following me, Hector. Appreciate it. We're going to be checking this thing in about another 12 minutes or so, 13 minutes, so not far off. Well, actually, like 8 minutes. We'll be checking in about another 8 minutes. We're almost there. We're going to check it at 245. Take a look at that brisket, see what it's looking like, see what our temperatures are. I'm using Posto for this cycling machine. Yeah, Connie, I'm on YouTube. It's up. You can check that out. Thank you. Go check out my YouTube. It's the same thing, Rockin BBQ at Jamtech7. Oh, he doesn't have TikTok? Okay, that's fine. I am on YouTube, and I am showing my live on YouTube right now. So go check it out. I appreciate it. Absolutely. We're going to be taking a look at this brisket in about another 7 minutes, so get ready for that. I'll set y'all up where you can see it really good here in another minute or so. And take a look at that bad boy, see what it's looking like, check the temperature on it. No, I don't soak in wood. I don't soak my wood. I want my wood dry. I don't want it dirty and wet. As a matter of fact, I need to preheat some wood. I forgot about that. Here we go. Get a couple of splits over here to preheat. I gotta remember to do that. That's very important. Preheating that wood dries it out a little bit more. Wet wood gives you dirty smoke and dirty flavor, so stay away from that. Don't do that. Anybody that tells you to do that's a moron. They're just telling you that so that their barbecue tastes better than yours. And I'm not kidding. They're trying to sabotage your barbecue. No, it's not wrapped, Daniel. Not quite there. You do not soak wood. Never soak wood. You want your wood dry, not wet. Soaked wood will give you bitter and acrid taste, dirty smoke, and not a good barbecue. Somebody that's telling you to soak your wood, they're just trying to sabotage your barbecue so that theirs is better than yours. That's the only thing I can think of. But do not, under any circumstances, put any water to any of your wood. Even if it's wood chips for a simple electric smoker. Do it dry always, period. I go by temp, James, and I will wrap it whenever it gets to about 175, 178 internal, or when that fat's rendering really, actually, and when that fat's rendering really nicely. When you can stick your finger in that fat and it's squishy, it's ready to wrap. I do it after the stall, in other words. A lot of people like to wrap before the stall. I prefer to wrap after, mainly because I want to keep building that bark. There you go. I don't use apple chips. I'm using post oak. These are splits. They're Ecooter. That I'm using 10-inch long by 2-inch by 2-inch splits. That's what I'm using for this cook. This is an offset smoker. It's not an electric or easy bake oven. This is a real offset stick burner. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set up. Thanks, Big Daddy Blues, for following me. Appreciate it. But let's go ahead and set this up and get ready to take a look at that brisket. It's about that time to check it out. Here we go. Get you guys where you can see inside that cook chamber really good. Get a good look at that beautiful brisket. You got to have clean smoke, James. You don't want dirty smoke. I'm going to be checking the temperature to see where we're at. You can see by the tip gauge, I'm right at 250 degrees. So it's cooking right where I want it to, perfectly. And you could see that I was getting really good, clean smoke. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Go ahead, babe. 1 more minute. But we're almost there. We're going to check that brisket here in another 4 minutes. Usually I don't spritz a brisket, but whenever I do, I use apple cider vinegar. You cook a brisket to about 200 degrees internal, then you take it out and rest it overnight, at least 8 hours. It needs to rest. Yeah, I've used pecan. I've never used shells. I'm in Texas. We actually have wood splits, so I don't have to worry about using shells and stuff. I know in the Philippines they use coconut shells, different things like that, but I have access to real wood splits, so that's what I use. I'm using post oak for this cook. Good question though, Ecooter. But I've used pecan wood. I've used pecan wood several times. Never shells, but pecan wood. Okay, we got about 2 more minutes and we're going to check this brisket. I'll tell you what, it smells good. And that thing is rock steady and at 250 degrees. It's really, I love this smoker. I mean, it just maintains temperatures like a beast. I don't really have to worry about checking the fire because we just added wood to it 15 minutes ago, and these splits usually last 30 to 45 minutes, so we're in good shape on that. I've used mesquite a lot. I like mesquite. I usually blend mesquite with my post oak on a brisket at the beginning, but I don't have any mesquite right now. But I do like mesquite, yeah. Okay, somebody, hey Jonathan, I don't understand French, but welcome aboard. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. And we're almost there. It's almost time to check this brisket and see where we're at.
1 more minute.
1 more minute. Okay, Cleater McCleater, you're doing some ribs. Yeah, just the only tip that I have is enjoy the cook, man. I'm sorry, Daniel. The best thing you can do is get back on the horse and keep riding. The only way you learn is by getting up there and figuring it out. You just have to figure out how your smoker works, and then go with that. Brisket's a hard one to cook. You need a smoker that maintains temperatures really well. It's a good idea anyways. That's why I bought this Brazos. Now my Pecos was good. I enjoyed using my Pecos whenever I was cooking briskets. I didn't really have a lot of problems, but it does have up and down temperature swings. Not as bad as an Oklahoma Joe, but it does have them. The Brazos, on the other hand, temperature swings are at a bare minimum. Do I remove the membrane? I leave it on there and I score it. I always have, Cleater. That's just me. People have different views on that and do it different ways, but I've always just left the membrane on and just score it. I like the crispiness that it gives you. Okay. But the only thing you can do, Mr. Espinosa, is to get up there and do it, man. Don't give up. Just fight that smoker and cook. And it's a learning process. Every time you do it, you learn something. Don't make huge changes. Make small changes until you get it cooked right.
Okay, ready?
Yep, we're ready. We're going to take a look at this badass brisket and see what we're looking like. We're 7 hours into the cook now.
Are you live on?
We are live.
On
yes,
YouTube?
We are.
Oh my God, you have 59 people.
Yes, we got a lot of people in there.
And your TikTok is a lot too.
115. We're going good. Yeah, keep on trying, Daniel. I'm using Post Oak J. We're going to check it right now. Get in there and get a look at that. All right, let me know.
Oh, hold on, babe.
Okay.
Oh, hold on.
All right.
Let them see it, babe.
We are 7 hours in, and I was averaging 156 degrees on the internal temperature,
okay,
which is really good. So there we go. What's my thought on chuck roast? I love chuck roast, and smoking a chuck roast, that's a poor man's brisket. And look at that, no puddles. That bark is looking good. What's up, Javier? I'm at 156 internal, so I'm closing in on the stall. It'll take about an hour and a half to get through that stall. It's not quite there yet, sweetheart.
Yum, yum. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. But it's looking good. That brisket looks amazing. Oh my.
Close the door.
Okay. Let me close it up and keep it smoking.
Hold on, babe. Okay.
Oh, that brisket looks good. I mean, good. I paid $1,550 for this smoker. No, I don't have a water pan in there, Jose. This, Javier, this is a brisket. You really don't need a water pan for a brisket. And it's looking good. It was nice and juicy, which is good. I didn't have to spritz it that time. It had some dry spots before, but that fat is starting to render and melt a little bit, and that gives it its juiciness, so you don't have to worry about spritzing. And that's good. That's really good. What brand is it? It's an Old Country Brazos offset smoker. It's not a custom job. Now, I did do some modifications to it, some of my own modifications. You want to see those, you go check out my YouTube and look at my review video on this smoker, and you can see the modifications that I made to it. And I give you a link to buy the smokestack extension too. But yeah, I can't really tell you any more than that because TikTok will, they don't like that. About 175 to 180 me is whenever I wrap it. Oh, some honey glazed cornbread. Awesome. What's up, Steven? How's it going? That brisket looks so good, man. It smells freaking awesome. It smells awesome in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Watermelon.
Awesome. My wife brought me some watermelon out here. Love it. You're moving to Texas one day. Got your reserve grand champion. Very cool, Stephen. Awesome. Thanks for following me, rock and roll. Appreciate you. And Jay followed. Appreciate that. We're going to check this brisket again. We were at 156 internal, 7 hours into the cook. So I'm going to check it in an hour. So at 3:45, we're going to check it again. What's my least favorite thing to grill? Nothing. Nothing, TR Rivers. I like to grill anything that can go on the grill. There is nothing that's my least favorite thing to grill. Now, probably liver. I would never do liver because I can't stand liver. But, hey, Chosen, you got to open it up to check the temperatures once in a while. I'm not doing this with an internal read temp spike or anything. I'm having to check it manually because I didn't use my leave-in temperature gauges. So I will open it up to check it. But it's going to be about an hour from now. Hey, Abel, thank you. You have a blessed Sunday, too. Well, I'm going to check it in an hour to see if we're into or through the stall, Chosen One. So, yeah, I will. And then I'm going to be checking it about an hour later to see if we're at 175, 180 degrees so I can wrap my brisket. So there's reasons why I check it, Chosen One. You can cook your briskets however you want to, and I'm going to cook them the way I want to. I have a set way that I do it, and I come out with a really good brisket every time. So, you know, you can't tell me anything I don't know. I know that if you're looking, you ain't cooking. No, I won't. It'll cook good. We have these assholes that come in here and think they know everything like Chosen One. And he's not chosen. He's a troll. So trying to tell everybody that his way is the right way so we can always do this. See you later, Chosen One. He's gone. Cool. I like it too. Yeah, that's all you could do is block those trolls, man. They come in here thinking they know everything. They tell everybody, "Oh, you're wrong. However you do it, you're right. It's your barbecue. That's your way. Keep doing it that way. Well, Coach, we're doing a brisket. We've got a brisket in there. It's been in there for a little over 7 hours. And there we go. Do I wrap? I wrap it with tallow. I'll put in some beef tallow on the paper, and then I'll throw the brisket on there, and I'll throw some more beef tallow on that brisket, wrap it up, and throw it back in there. Yeah, he chose to be blocked. See you later. Yeah, Coach. That brisket, we just checked it, so I can't look at it again, but we are going to check it in another hour. Sorry, unknown. We're going to check it another hour to see if I'm at or through the stall or getting close to it. We were at 156 the last time I looked at it, and I want to get it through the stall. We're going to check it in an hour. 156 is right there at the stall. Once it gets through the stall at 175 or so, we're going to wrap it up. But we're going to take a look at it in an hour. So, well, actually less than an hour now. I barbecue all the time, Bear. This is what I do. Is a big green egg worth the price? Go get yourself a Kamado Joe. It's a lot less expensive and it's the same thing. And the Kamado Joe actually has more accessories to it. So you're probably better off getting the Kamado Joe. Using wood, Jay. You see the splits? That's what I'm using. Post oak. That smoke is clean, and I'm right at 250 degrees. It's going good. What brand of barbecue am I using? This is an Old Country Brazos, if that's what you're asking. The pit, it's a Brazos. That brisket's going to be good. And this is the way you smoke a brisket. You want clean smoke. You do not want dirty smoke. Cool, Bear. Awesome. You make your own sauce? I make my own sauces and rubs too. I don't sell them. I just make them for my own personal use. What makes smoke dirty? Moisture in the wood. That's the biggest thing. If your wood isn't quite dry enough, if it's not seasoned well enough, that can make dirty smoke. Not allowing enough air into the firebox and your wood smolders, that can make dirty smoke. That's a lot of it right there. Oh, you make it and sell it. Cool. Very cool. Well, Antonio, this is a cook it today, eat tomorrow kind of thing. We're doing a brisket. I'm imagining that it'll probably be, it's 3 o'clock now. I'm imagining we got about 4 more hours on this cook from where we are in it. Cool, Daniel. Very cool, Daniel. Very cool. Thank you. Appreciate you. Go check out that YouTube. Yeah. All the help I can get on YouTube, I can take. I started to cook. I got the brisket in there at 7:40 this morning, between 7:40 and 7:45. Just, well, saying I don't really, I use wood chunks to get my started, and I use a couple of fire starters, and I use a barbecue torch. But if you want to use charcoal, which is probably the more efficient way to do it, and the only reason I use the wood chunks is because I have so damn many of them and I got to get rid of them. But just fill your chimney up and put some fire starters underneath it and get it going and dump it in there, and that should be enough to get started, and then throw your splits on there to get it going. But yeah, that's a good way to start your charcoal bed. Well, Bear, I'm in Montgomery, Texas, just north of Houston. Thanks for following me, Antonio. Appreciate it. But yeah, Sand, I don't know if you put too much charcoal in it or not. The thing is just a chimney full, and then light it, get it going, dump it in there, and put your splits on it, and that should get it going for you. Best way to start a fire. And I always use a log cabin split stack, so I'll use 4 pieces of wood. Cool, Daniel. San Antonio in the house. Thanks for coming by. Does it make it hard to smoke if it's windy out? Not really. As a matter of fact, that usually helps the draw. Yeah, I'm cooking a brisket, Big Wheels. You bet. South Carolina, very cool. Well, the differences in the stacks. Here's the thing with the smokestack is what I'm thinking you're talking about. The smokestack should be 3/4 the length of the cook chamber. If your cook chamber is 40 inches long, that means your smokestack needs to be about 30 inches long. This one has a 5.5-inch diameter smokestack, so it's pretty large. And it originally from the factory has a 15-inch smokestack. So I bought the extension, and that brought it to the 31 inches actually, because it's a 16-inch smokestack and then the 15-inch extension. Oh, we got Abel coming in all the way from California. Thank you so much. I'm using post oak for this, Sand. I'm using post oak for this cook. Yeah, that bark is looking really good on that brisket. It's looking sweet, that's for sure. It's going to be nice whenever it's time to wrap. I'll have a really good bark on this one. But the smokestack, that increases draw, user. The taller the smokestack, the better draw you have through your smoker, and that makes it easier to maintain temperatures. You want to make it as easy as possible. So a good smokestack, good extension, the right diameter, the right dimensions, the right tallness, the height, and the right diameter. Where it's located on the cooker, like this one comes right out in the middle of the cooker at grate level, and that's the best place for it, and that'll give you the best results. Yeah, that bark looked really good. It was me and my work. Cool. The brisket's making you hungry again. Oh, it's doing good, I'll tell you. No problem, no problem. Is cherry good for a brisket? Cherry is good for anything, user. If I could cook with cherry every day, I would. But this is Texas, and it's not a tree that grows here. And it's very expensive to get it imported, so can't really do that. So my go-tos are post oak and mesquite. Oh, you got one in the freezer to cook. Well, Antonio, the best thing about cooking a brisket is you get to enjoy it. Hickory is good, Sand. It's good wood, but the most important thing is enjoy the cook. It's going to take a while, so be patient. Cook at low temperatures for the first 4 or 5 hours, 200 to 225 degrees. Once that meat reaches 140 internal temperature, then you're going to want to cook it about 250 degrees. You want to keep going there until it gets through the stall. Once it gets through the stall, which starts at about 155, 160 degrees, it takes about an hour, hour and a half to get through it, depending on how big your brisket is. The temperature starts going up. It's going to get up to about 175, 180 degrees internal. Check your brisket. If that fat is rendered nicely and your finger sinks into it sort of like jello, it's time to wrap it. Now I use beef tallow that I've smoked to wrap my briskets with, and I wrap in butcher's paper. I'll wrap it up, put it back in the smoker, and then I'll bump the temperatures to 275 degrees, and I'll take it to 200 degrees internal. Once it reaches 200 degrees internal, it's time to take it out of the smoker. You let it cool off for about 20 minutes or so, 20 to 30 minutes. Then I'll wrap it in aluminum foil with the paper still on the meat. I don't take it out of the paper. And then I'll put it in my food warmer and let it rest overnight in my food warmer at 145 degrees. But that's how I do it. If you don't have a food warmer, then once you get to the point where you wrap it in aluminum foil, wrap a towel around it and put it inside of like an igloo cooler or something and let it sit there. How do you keep it at 100, 200 to 225? It's just a matter of getting to know your smoker and finding out what size splits that it likes to use. Trial and error until you figure it out. That's all I could say, because every smoker is different. But just try smaller splits until you get the splits that maintain the temperatures you want to see.
You're getting a bunch of followers on TikTok. Thank you.
I usually go with the 225 temperature sand because it's easier to maintain that. The lower temperatures are harder to maintain, and your fire is harder to keep going at that low of a temperature. So 225 is actually a good temperature to keep it at to smoke that brisket at the first few hours. All right. I hope you guys are having as good a day as we are. We're going to be checking this brisket again in about another 40 minutes because I want to see where it is. Because we were at 156 internal 7 hours in. We'll be 8 hours in, and I imagine we're going to be in the middle of the stall, probably at about 165. That's where I'm thinking we'll be. Probably so. If so, we're going to check it in another hour. Once it reaches 175, we're going to wrap it up, and then we'll cook it for 2 more hours and check it. And once it reaches 200 degrees internal, I'm going to take that brisket out of there, and we're going to start the rest process. I imagine we have 3 to 4 more hours on this cook, maybe 5. We may be done at around 8 o'clock. That's what I'm anticipating, because this cook has been going really good. It's been nailing it right on the money. Hey guys, nature's calling, so I got to step inside for just a minute. You guys chill out, hang out, don't go nowhere. Stick around. Keep an eye on my smoker for me. Make sure it doesn't run away with our brisket, because you know, it wasn't a super expensive one, but it is a prime. Nice brisket. But I'll be right back. Nature's calling, and I got to answer that call. I'll be right back. See you in a little bit. right, guys, I'm back. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I appreciate you so much. You guys are freaking awesome. There we go. Thanks, Connie. I appreciate it. Really do. Well, Scott, we're smoking a brisket. And Alex, thank you for following me. How long will I rest it? I'm going to rest it for, I don't know, probably about 12 or 14 hours. We're going to take it out this evening whenever we get done with the cook. It's going to go in my warmer at 145 degrees, and it'll rest until we take it out of there and slice into it till tomorrow sometime. But yeah, that's how long it'll rest. And it's going to rest at 145 degrees. I have a food warmer, so it makes it easy. That food warmer was a great purchase. I am so glad I got it. We're going to check this brisket in about another 35 minutes. And I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to be right in the middle of the stall. Because it's cooking at 250 degrees, right where I want it. So it's going perfect. And you guys saw earlier when we checked it that other time, it had a nice bark on it. That bark is developing beautifully. It's going to be a gorgeous brisket, that's for sure. Just let it keep developing that bark for a couple hours, and when we wrap it, you don't have to worry about it washing that bark off. That's why I use paper instead of aluminum foil. It doesn't wash that bark out. And it'll be really gorgeous when we slice into it tomorrow. It's going to be a gorgeous brisket. No, I don't flip it, Vaquero. I leave it fat cap up the whole cook, point towards the fire. And that's the way I do briskets. Even whenever I wrap it, it's going to be fat cap up, point towards the fire.
Babe, I just took my meds. When is the next time to check?
In about another 32 minutes, 33 minutes, 34 minutes.
Okay, so I have time to rest.
Yeah. I want to thank all you guys for coming in and sticking with me today. All of you that have hung out through the day. We're going to be taking a look at it in a little bit, Estella. We got about 33 minutes to go. We can't open it up now. We got to keep that brisket cooking. You don't just open them up at a whim. You have to be very specific and very strategic as to when you check and open it. Because if you're looking, you ain't cooking. That's really the way it is. Sorry. But we are going to check it in just over 30 minutes. So get ready for that. Right. If you're looking, you ain't cooking. You've got some guava wood. Okay, cool. I'm using post oak here. What's up, Faquee? It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. And you're right, Drone Cowboy. If you're peeking, you're sneaking. We don't want to be sneaking around. We want that thing to cook, you know. That's the whole idea. Get it to temperature and let it cook. Guava wood is very hard to get. What's the best wood to use, Mark? To be honest with you, I don't know where you are and what's available in your area, but the best thing to do is try out the woods in your area, the ones for cooking food, anyways. I love cherry. That's a good one, user. You're absolutely right. But find out what woods are available in your area and what flavor. Try them all until you find the flavor profile you like, and that's the best wood to use. Yep, cherry is really good. I love cherry. It's one of my favorites. Here I'm in Texas and I'm using post oak, and I like to use mesquite. Pecan is good too, and hickory, and then peach are the woods available to us. Um, those are the woods that we have available, and my go-tos are post oak with a little bit of mesquite blended in. Sometimes I don't get the mesquite, but yeah. What about a citrus? I don't know. Well, I don't think you have to take the bark off of any wood unless it's wet or dirty, or it still has sap in it. If it's green a little bit, then you take it off. Just like the wood, if it's not fully seasoned and totally dry, then it's going to give you dirty, bad smoke. But no, you don't have to take the bark off of any wood unless it's not fully seasoned. You use white oak and cherry for the end of every cook. Very cool. That's it. You got to let it sit and dry for 3 years. That's it. No, we got a long way to go, Big Kim. We got a long way to go. We're not almost done. We are not done here yet. We still got some time to go. You were there when you put her in. Okay, cool, man. You were here whenever I put that bad boy in that smoker. There you go. I'm sitting at around 250 degrees right now. It's cooking perfect. Really good at that temperature. We're going to check it in 30 more minutes. Thanks for following me, Louie. Appreciate it. All right. Thank you, sweetheart, for reposting my live. Appreciate it. Oh, it's looking good, Big Cam. It was looking good whenever I checked it last time. I checked it about 30 minutes ago. I'm going an hour this time on the check because it was already at 156 internal. 7 hours in, 156 internal. So I figure we're going to be in or through the stall at 3:45, and that'll be 8 hours into the cook. We should be really close to the stall, if not through it. Yeah, it was. It was around 7:40 whenever I put it in. So it's been going since then. Thanks for reposting, Louie. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. If you see, here's the thing about offsets and drums. I don't know much about drum smokers. I've never really used one. If you're a rookie to it, get yourself a Weber Smoky Mountain or a Weber kettle and figure it out. Learn how to use it, and then graduate from there. Move up and up and up until you're cooking with what you want. Stay away from electric and electronic stuff. You don't need any of that. Stick with charcoal and wood. That's the best way to do it if you want to learn how to do real barbecue. Got a brisket in there, Louie. Got a brisket. But a Weber Smoky Mountain is as close a thing as a barrel smoker as you can get, and they're easy to use, and it'll teach you fire management. So will a Weber kettle, and they're easy to use, and on both of them you can cook just about anything. The Weber kettle is a little bit more versatile, and you can do a few more things with it than you can a Smoky Mountain, but they're both really good cookers. That's a good idea, user. Just get after it. Best thing to do is jump in there and ride with it, man. Just do it. Get out there and throw some wood in that sucker, get it burning, and rock and roll. It's the best thing you can do. Now this is Old Country Brazos just here to chill. This is a real smoker. What's up, Bandit? What's going on? I'm doing great, man. Good to see you. How you guys doing? Well, user, whenever you get a new cooker, grill, or smoker, you always have to season it first. You got to clean it out and you got to burn it in and get it ready for that first cook, because they come loaded with cosmoline and other grease, and that stuff is just to keep it from rusting while it's sitting on the shelf. You got to clean all that out. So I use Dawn dishwashing soap and a brush and water, clean it out really good, including the cooking grates. And then after you clean it out really good, spray it down inside and out with some kind of cooking oil and get a fire built in it, get it to 450, 500 degrees and let it sit there for about 3 to 4 hours. And that's the best way to season your smoker. I get my wood from a supplier on the north side of Houston off of 59. 5205 Hartwick Road is where I get my wood. Valdez Wood. He's got everything, man. He's got some good stuff at really good prices. Yeah, it was $1,550 at Academy is how much I paid for this. Cool, Bandits. Oh, you're going to do it for Caliber Collision? Awesome. Which Caliber Collision? The one in Humble? I got some work done on my car at that shop. I had an F-150. Somebody broke into it, and they popped the lock on my door on the driver's side. And I took it to them and had them seal that hole up and fix it up and repaint it. They did a good job, man. You couldn't even tell. And the hole where they sealed it up, you know, I just didn't want the lock in there. It was keyless entry anyways. So they did a really good job. Is that the Caliber Collision and Humble Bandits Barbecue? Hey, Japan Punk, you want to do some barbecue? Get out in the backyard and make you some, man. It's the best thing you can do. And have fun doing it. Cool, man. Cool. So those are up there in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The one I was dealing with was in Humble, just north of Houston. Very cool. Stepson. All right. Okay. Gotcha. We're going to be checking this brisket in about another 20 minutes. So we're not far off of it. Um, we'll be taking a look at that bad boy. I'm going to check the internal temperature and see where we're at. It's not going to need to be spritzed. That last time we looked at it, it was still nice and moist. That fat's starting to render on top of it, so that's good. And that means that the meat's not going to be dry at all. So we won't see any need to spritz it. Cool, he's got his own shop in Dallas. Very awesome, very awesome. I've been going at it since, I've been on live since 7 this morning. We got that brisket in there at about 7:40 this morning. So we've been at it for a good little while, man. We're almost 8 hours in. Almost 8 hours into this cook. We're going to check it in about another 20 minutes. Almost there. There you go, Bandit. I've got this bumped to 250 degrees right now after it got through the first part of the cook, the first 5 hours. When it got to 140 degrees, I took it from 225 to 250, and I've been cooking it at 250 since then. So we're 2 hours into that, basically. Actually, closer to 3 hours, almost 3 hours into it. Yeah, we're almost 3 hours into that. Don't blame you. That's the best way to get a really good smoky brisket with a nice smoke ring, low and slow. Thank you, Brother Mike. Appreciate that heart, man. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome, man. Everyone is awesome on here. I wrap mine at about 178 internal, and I take it out once it gets to 200, and I rest it overnight in my warmer. I set my warmer at 145 degrees and rest it. Brother Mike, thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. You're the awesome one, dude. You're the awesome one. Yeah, well, Murphy, the Pecos is a really good smoker. It's a good beginner smoker. This is the upgrade from that. This is the Brazos, and I love it. This is a really good smoker, too. It's made out of 1/4-inch thick steel, and it really does a good job. It works as well as any much more expensive smoker out there. And I enjoy it. It does good for me. I've had it for a year. I've got probably close to 100 cooks on it, if not over, and every one of them has been good. It hasn't given me any trouble. It maintains temperatures like a beast. I mean, we've been sitting here chit-chatting, and that thing has been rock steady at 250 degrees this whole time. So, you know, I can't complain about it. You know? It rocks, man. This is a good smoker. I enjoy it. And look how clean that smoke is. That is clean. You can't see no smoke. I'm using post oak, Murphy. We're using post oak with this cook. With a tiny bit of live oak. Yeah, it is. It's about $2,200 at Academy. I don't need an insulated firebox. You know, I'm in Texas. It's hot here. There's no need for an insulated smoker. So there you go. Yeah, that's all right, Cedar King. Cedar Creek, no problem, no problem. We all joke around and play around here. They had 4 different models at Academy. Yeah, they always have it. They're going to have the Pecos. They're going to have the Wrangler. They're going to have the Brazos. They may have the G2. You may even see the new G3s out there. And every once in a while, you can see the you can see the gravity feed. They have those out there once in a while. I do my best, Cedar Creek. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun for me. I enjoy doing this. This is what I live to do now. It's my job. I'm retired, so sitting out in the backyard smoking a brisket, bullshitting with you guys, that's what I do. I love it. It's a great time. And thank you guys so much. I appreciate every one of you. Me personally, I love this Brazos offset Bandit. It really cooks well. I've had it almost a year now. I had a Pecos for 4 years, and I loved that one too. I smoke a lot, Battle Creek. I smoke a lot, Murphy. I wrap it with butcher's paper, Cedar Creek, and I'll wrap it at about 175, 180 internal. We're getting pretty close to that. I'm 60 years old myself, Bandit. And I've been smoking for 40 plus years myself. My first smoker was an old smoker that was given to us, and I had that one for years, and I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if I sold it or lost it in a move or what happened to it, but I ended up getting another one later on. I think I got a charbroiler. What a piece of shit that was. And then I made the mistake of making an Oklahoma Joe. What a crap pile of junk that smoker was. 3.5 years and the firebox rusted out, and it was really hard to maintain temperatures in. Just crap, man. Garbage smoker. I bought the Pecos, and I had that for 4 years. I just sold it last summer and bought this Brazos, but that's what I've used. You'll be 60 in 3 months. Oh, cool. Well, I don't really have an opinion on pellet smokers, Richard. I don't use them. I've never had one. I don't have one now, and there's more to the story. I'll never have one. I don't need it. It's not what I like to cook with. Number one, you're not going to get the flavor that you can out of a real offset stick burner like this one. Burning wood is the best way to get wood flavor, and you're not going to get that out of a pellet grill. Plain and simple. So I don't use them. I've tasted food cooked in pellet grills, and I've had people tell me, "Oh, I can make a brisket just as good as your offset in a pellet grill." And then he did, and I pulled my brisket out, and he lost his ass in the bed big time. But yeah, I know you can add a smoke tube to it, but you still can't get the flavor you can in an offset. Smoke tubes help, but they don't give you the same flavor as an offset does. I wouldn't say pellet grills are trash, airplane trucker. I would say they're for certain people that don't have time, people that don't have the patience to sit on their backyard and feed a fire. They have their place, okay? And they're for people also that are more of they want barbecue, but they don't want to sit there and babysit it and spend all the time on it, so they just put it in that smoker and set it and forget it. That's what they're there for. You can get good barbecue out of a pellet grill. Throw a smoke tube in it, use Bear Mountain pellets only, and you can do good stuff with it. But it's never going to match what you can get out of an offset. You just can't get the same flavor. Barrel smokers are badass, Bandit. A lot of competitors are using barrel smokers for ribs these days because you get better ribs out of a barrel smoker than just about anything, even an offset. So I can see that. You like the lumberjacks? I've heard of lumberjack, but Bear Mountain seems to be the more popular of all of them these days, and they're pretty good. They're all natural pellets. Whenever you're talking pellets and charcoal, I like to go all natural. I like to use B&B charcoal, whether it's lump charcoal or briquettes, and that's the only way I go. How do I trim a brisket? I've got a lot of videos on it. I use a slicing knife. I know a lot of people use a boning knife, and I used to. And then I discovered Cooper Abercrombie over here at Backyardbbq BBQ and the way he trims a brisket. So I went and learned that method, and that's the way I trim them now, with a slicing knife. It's better, more efficient, quicker, and easier, and more accurate, in my opinion. But you know, a lot of people use boning knives. I used to. I quit doing that and started using a slicing knife. Very cool, Crunch. That's awesome. Yeah, I love B&B. That's my favorite as far as charcoal. The lump charcoal and the briquettes. Their briquettes are all natural, and of course their lump charcoal. You can get it in, and with their briquettes, you can get their briquettes. You can get an oak briquette with onion in it, which is freaking crazy. Have I ever tried corkscrew barbecue? I can't say I have. Don't know what that is. The brisket is coming out awesome. We're going to be checking it in about another 10 minutes. You take all of the fat off, man, you're losing a lot of flavor and juice. Jeez. I like to leave at least a 1/4 inch fat cap on that thing. I point my point towards the fire, fat cap up, and let it smoke until it's done. And I'm not talking 22 hours. I'm talking about however long it takes. I cook it for the first few hours at 225. Then I bump it to 250 after it gets over 140 internal. Cook it at 250 till it gets through the stall, about 175. I take it out. I check the fat cap if it's rendered nicely and that 175 temperature is there. I wrap it with tallow in butcher's paper, put it back in the smoker, finish cooking it at 275 degrees, and pull it at 200 degrees internal and let it rest overnight. Home is the best place to eat barbecue, Bandit. You're absolutely right. It's going to be a while, Airplane Trucker. I'm thinking we probably got 3, 4, maybe even 5 hours left of this cook. It's going to be a minute before it's done. Yeah. I've gone to some barbecue restaurants, Bandit, but quite frankly, it's too expensive. Cook it at home. You can get it the way you want it, and boom. Yeah, I like to pull them at 200 degrees, Drew. I used to pull at 203, then I started pulling at 200, and they're juicier and they're more tender. It seems like whenever you leave them in there that extra few minutes to get that 203 degree temperature, it overcooks them just a little bit. Plus you have to let them rest overnight, and that can continue the cooking process for a little bit, and it's going to be overcooked. There you go. Where do I get my meat from? Kroger, H-E-B, whatever is available. Even Walmart has good meat. I know people say don't buy Walmart, but it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Well, we don't get elk around here too much, or bison. This is Texas. Those don't hang out around there. So we're not going to get too much of that, Crunch Wrap. I let it rest for at least 8 hours. I'll let it rest overnight in the warmer. Yeah, I've tried it. 203 is good. That's what I used to do at it. BBQGY. I used to do it at 203. I used to pull them at 203, and I started pulling it at 200, and it's juicier. It really is. It comes out juicier. Yeah, barbecue guy. All right. You're up in Colorado. I was born and raised in Montana. Cool. And yeah, Bandit, HEB has great meats. Their meats are all really good. The only thing you can do, barbecue guy, is try things out until you get it exactly the way you want. Just like trying your woods out and testing your wood splits for the right sizes until you get the size that works best in your smoker. You have to get to learn your equipment. You have to learn everything about it every time you get a new smoker or something. So the best thing to do is experiment until you find the best ways to cook. And with same thing with the seasonings. Experiment with your seasonings until you find stuff you like. Same thing with the wood. Experiment with the woods that are available in your area until you find the flavor profiles you like. That's the best thing to do. Really, it is. Figure your barbecue out by trial and error and enjoying yourself while you're doing it. Cool, Bandit.
Maybe. Let me sit in there.
It's almost time, isn't it?
Not yet, but I want to sit while we're sitting there.
Okay.
Maybe.
Just pull a chair out. I don't want to get up. Yeah. Well, you know, if that's the case, Bandit, then you might as well go to Bucky's because they have jerky galore. They have a whole wall of different jerkies, and they sell beef brisket sandwiches. I've never eaten their beef brisket sandwich, but I've heard that they're okay. They're not bad. And you know, the World Cup is going on here in Houston, right? You know, and you know where they're taking the tourists? They're loading them up on buses and they're taking them to Bucky's like it's a freaking tourist attraction. No Bucky's for you. I hear you, Bandit. I'd rather eat the barbecue that I make. I'm like you, Bandit. I'd rather eat my own barbecue. You know what I like to do with that corn on the cob crunch wrap? I like to wrap it in bacon and jalapenos and drown it in garlic butter and then throw it on and let it cook for about 30 or 40 minutes. That's some badass stuff. Really good stuff. Look at that spatchcock chicken video that I got. Well, it's not dropped yet, is it?
Where?
On YouTube. Oh, yeah. That spatchcock chicken video that I got. I did some bacon jalapeno wrapped corn on the cob in that. Now, that is some good stuff right there. What have I got on the smoker, Rames? I've got some, I've got a brisket in there.
Baby, set it up. Babe. Set it up.
Okay, we're going to set it up and get ready to take a look at this brisket
I
again.
want to sit in the chair.
Oh, my wife just wants to sit down, that's all. She wants me out of the chair so she can sit down. I love you too, sweetheart. Okay, here we go.
But not yet. 3 more minutes.
What's the most noticeable difference, Avery? Maintaining temperatures. This thing maintains temperatures a lot better. It's a lot easier to use. And, well, Roscoe the Pug, I'm using post oak. You wanted to sell at the soccer games and fuck Jerry Jones. Okay, I hear you. Very cool. Got a taxidermied deer named Bucky. Okay. We're gonna be checking this thing in about 3 more minutes.
Colorado has Bucky's.
Yep. They have Bucky's in Colorado?
I think that they have 1 Bucky's.
Yeah. Okay. What do I think of red oak? It's pretty good wood. I use post oak for the most part because it's more readily available. Of course, here in Texas, from here on out east into Louisiana and all that, live oak, white oak, and red oak are readily available out that way. Post oak is more readily available out in West Texas, Oklahoma, Nevada, and the drier areas because it likes to grow in really bad soil conditions, whereas white oak, red oak, black oak, those woods like more temperate climates where it's nice and humid and the soil conditions are much better. But I use post oak because I like it. Cool. Very
One
cool.
more minute.
Yeah, Buc-ee's is like, it's the tourist attraction that all of the uh, the visitors to Houston for the World Cup are going to. They're busing them to Buc-ee's like it's a tourist attraction or something. It's just a convenience store.
Yeah, but it's a huge convenience store. And how many pumps?
You
Like,
did some barbecue turkey legs, cool, carnival style. And you did them on the Pecos, so okay, yeah, those things are good, man. Cool, man, cool. Guys, I got to step inside and relieve myself real quick. Nature's calling again. I will be right back, and we're going to check that brisket.
okay, ready?
Okay, guys, I'm back. And after we check the brisket, I'm going to check the wood. I'm going to check that fire again. See where we're at on both the brisket and the fire. Let me get some gloves on. We're going to
It's
check
hot.
this bad boy out. It is hot. It's hot as hell out here. This is Texas. What do you expect? We might as well be living on the surface of the sun. Shit.
Okay. Beautiful.
We're sitting at about 162, 161 internal temperature. So it's in the stall. We're going to check it again in an hour to see where we are. I don't need to do anything to it. It's nice and juicy. There's no dryness on it anywhere, so we're good. But let me go ahead and close this thing back up.
Okay, move them over here.
Okay. Now we're going to check the wood. We're going to check the fire. And here we go. It's been on for 8 hours,
looks
Orlando, and it's looking really good, man. That brisket's looking beautiful.
Yep.
Okay, here we go with checking the fire. I know I'm going to have to add. Go ahead and get this, babe.
What is it?
The fire.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're going to let that wood get burning. And there you go. See, this is what preheating does. It starts burning really fast. I mean, really fast. Once that wood is burning good and it's burning clean, we'll close it back up. That's another thing preheating does. It dries that wood out really good. That way you don't have a dirty burning fire. You can see the smoke is pretty clean on here. And it's burning really well, and it didn't take long. I can close this thing up right now and we'll keep this cook going.
Okay.
There we go.
I think RBQ is horrible. My hand is so shaky and not feeling well.
I'm sorry to hear that, Bandits Barbecue. That's terrible. There we go. We're cooking a brisket, soldier. There you go. We're cooking a brisket. And that brisket looks good. That bark on it is really perfect. No problem. Do some videos, man. Do it. This is all I do. I cook and do videos and do the lives on my cooks because it's fun. I love doing it. And people get stuff out of it. You know, if somebody can get something out of it, that's even better. You know? The temp, not really. I mean, the wood that I've got on there is just right. You see where it's at. It's at 250 degrees. Why am I putting more wood on there? To preheat it, Tommy. That gets it hot, dries it out, and that way whenever I put it in there, it starts quicker and it burns cleaner. Best way to do it. Thank you for the heart, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's right, Crunchwrap, and I do it because I love doing it. You just got the Pecos. First smoker, definitely a learning curve. Yeah, but stick with it, man. Hey, Crunch, thank you for the flow state, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're awesome, dude. I really do appreciate that. I really appreciate everything. You're going to love that Pecos, Willie. You just got to figure it out. Just keep practicing, man. Well, I have to disagree, Jay Marte. As far as offsets are concerned, an Oklahoma Joe is made out of very thin steel. They're bolt together. I had one for 3.5 years. The firebox rusted out. Piece of shit. Hard to maintain and control temperatures in. Sometimes I had to put a fan on the firebox just to keep the fire going. Crap. Absolute crap. I got a Pecos whenever that firebox rusted out on my Oklahoma Joe. I had that thing for 4 years. Never had a problem with it. I sold it last year so I could buy this Brazos. And that Pecos is their budget $500 smoker. It's made out of thicker steel than the Oklahoma Joe or the Char Griller is. It's all welded construction. There's nothing bolt together. Once you seal that door, there is no leaks you have to worry about in it. And it cooks great. Way better. And much easier than any Oklahoma Joe. By far. And this Brazos just beats the crap out of Oklahoma Joe. This is a badass cooker. Cool, Crunchwrap. That is cool. Yeah, this is a 1/4 inch thick steel. I haven't seen an Oklahoma Joe made out of 1/4 inch thick steel ever. I didn't know they made one. So I'm going to have to go do some research on that to see if that's true or not. Because theirs is usually 11 gauge thickest. And that's not even an 1/8 of an inch thick. That's less than an 1/8 of an inch. And the Pecos is made out of 1/8 inch thick steel. I'm with you, Crunchwrap. Cooking for other people is where it's at. Yeah, they don't, yo. That's a lie. They don't make one out of 1/4 inch thick steel. Cool, Sack. Yeah, Oklahoma Joe, they don't make one out of 1/4 inch thick steel. So that's bullshit. And I'm smelling it out real quick because I just looked it up. And theirs is made out of, it's actually less than an 1/8 of an inch thick. Cool, that's the best way to do it. Make your own. That is the best way to do it. Then you can make it the way you want. Out of what you want. Custom fit everything. And build a badass smoker. Yeah, I really have to call bullshit on a 1/4 inch thick steel Oklahoma Joe. They don't make them. Just looked it up. They don't. Propane tanks make really good smokers. You know, you can get those 3/8 of an inch thick steel, and you know that's more than 1/4 of an inch. They're going to maintain temperatures like a beast. They're going to cook great. You can usually make 250-gallon smokers out of a propane tank with like 2 or 3 levels of cooking grates in it and a big firebox. You're going to put a pretty good sized firebox on that bad boy, and on the end, the rounded end, you put a collector on that and put a smokestack on it almost as tall as the cook chamber is long, probably a 5-inch diameter smokestack on that collector. And you're probably going to want to go with a 6 or 7-inch collector on it, probably 18 inches wide, and then put a 5-inch diameter pipe on it. 250-gallon tank is probably 8 feet long, so you're probably going to go with about a 6-foot smokestack, and you're in good shape. That's going to build you a badass smoker right there. You know when they changed the thickness, Marte? When the Chinese company bought them out and they made it even thinner. Yeah, whenever that Chinese company bought Oklahoma Joe, they started making them even thinner, and they're made out of cheaper materials. They're garbage. Absolute garbage. We already did, Estella. You missed it. I checked it 10 minutes ago. Oh, man. I can't go opening it again. I'm sorry, I can't do that. The next open is going to be in another 40 minutes. Yeah. Exactly. If you're looking, you ain't cooking. Thanks for following me, Uncle Jeffy. Appreciate it. I'm sorry, Estella, but whenever I tell people I'm going to open it at a certain time, I do it at that time because I get a lot of people that know, you know, they're working, they're doing other things, and they want to know whenever I'm going to do something, so they ask, and I tell them, and I do it at that time so that they can all see it. So 3:45 means 3:45, and I'm going to open it again at 4:45. Now, when we opened it, it was just right over 160 internal, so that was 8 hours into the cook. I had 160 internal on the temperature. We're going to check it again in another hour and see where we're at then. I wish you would write these down because I'm not going to remember, babe.
I did not write it down.
I asked you to.
I'm sorry for that.
We'll show it in about another 50 minutes, Stella. Can't do it right now.
Not 15 minutes, 30 minutes.
50 minutes. Yeah. We'll take a look at it in another 50 minutes. We just opened it, and I got to let that temperature build up, and I got to keep it smoking and cooking. I don't want to be here all night, you know. If you're looking, you ain't cooking, that's a fact. What's in the spray bottle? That's apple cider vinegar. I'm not really using it on this cook. I don't really use apple cider vinegar or spritzes on briskets. Now, I did a couple of times because there was a couple of dry spots on it early in the cook. But once that fat cap started rendering, those dry spots went away. It's nice and moist. Last time we looked at it, bark was beautiful. It was nice and juicy everywhere. Really looked good.
Okay.
I'm in Montgomery, Texas, Joe, just north of Houston.
I'll close this.
What'd you do, sweetheart?
I washed the pan for your brisket later on.
Ah, okay. Cool, thank you. Yeah, I would love to be able to open it so y'all can see it right now, but I can't. Oh, it does smell good, Joe. I'm telling you, that post oak is one hell of a nice aromatic wood. It's really good. Is what to keep the meat juices, enough said. Can't do that. Got to keep it going, man. Wish I could, but we can't. I mean,
What?
I got to keep it smoking. We're going to check it again in another 45 minutes. So come back then, and we will be checking it out. The spray bottle's got apple cider vinegar in it. And I'm not going to really, I'm not going to be using it during this cook anymore. I used it twice. Okay, there was some dry spots on that brisket whenever I checked it earlier, so I hit them a little bit with the apple cider vinegar. And after that, the last time we checked it, it was really juicy looking. That fat's starting to render nicely, so no need to spritz it anymore at all. We're going to check this thing in another 45 minutes, so stick around for that. Yeah, we're in the stall, Jay Marte. We're in it. Last time we checked it was 161. We checked it an hour before, it was 156. We checked it an hour later, it was about 161. So it's in the stall. We're going to check it again. And what kind of wood? I'm using post oak. We're going to check it in again in 45 minutes, and I'm suspecting that it's going to be through the stall because I'm cooking that thing at 250 degrees. Heat index in Arlington is 104 degrees. That's hot, Bandit. Holy shit, that's hot. It's probably that here in Houston, too. Just hot as hell. See, it's Texas. It's already getting hot. It's pretty bad here today too, Joe. It's like probably 90%, 99% humidity as always in Houston, and it's hot. It's like in the mid 90s. You walk out the door and the air mugs you and sticks to you right away. And we're not even in July yet. We're not even in July yet. You're right. It's getting hotter. Yep, still doing the brisket maniac. It's still going. 101 in Colorado. It's a hot day everywhere, it sounds like. Don't know, Deeds, don't care. It does make the smoker cook a little warmer if it's in the sun. You got to watch those temperatures a little bit closer. But it also helps you maintain temperatures better too. Makes it more efficient on the wood use. How long does it usually take? Anywhere from 8 to 12 hours on average.
There's no flies. It's hot.
No flies in the bucket?
Yeah.
Okay. That's, dude, baby, it was just a troll coming in talking shit. Don't worry about them.
There's no flies. You can't.
Yeah, it's near July. Got to have the heat. It is. It's July is just a couple of days away. Just a couple of days away. And we are 45 minutes away from checking that brisket. Thanks for following me. Appreciate you. What other channels am I on? I'm on TikTok and Facebook. I know it is. Years going by quick, Crunchwrap. It really fast. Real fast. I turned 61 on the 7th. And whenever I turn 61, we're going to Social Security Administration and I'm filing for my Social Security benefits. And we're going to retire and move to the Philippines. I know, man. It's amazing how quick time goes by. It just flies, man. Just flies by. And it seems like the older you get, the faster it goes. It doesn't slow down. It gets faster. And that's sad because that means you have less time to enjoy. I don't like that. So I'm trying to slow time down best I can. Thanks for following me, Maniac. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yeah, I'm on Rockin BBQ, spelled it out BARBEQUE on Facebook. And on TikTok, it's the same thing as here, the same logo on all of them. Rockin BBQ, that's ROCKIN BBQ at Jamtech7 here on TikTok, and on Facebook it's a little different, but you know, it's the same logo. Yeah. Yep, we're gonna love it, that's for sure. It's where my wife is from, so we're gonna go live there. We already have a house and everything, and the cost of living is dirt ass cheap. It's less than a quarter of what it is here, you know. Even in Texas, which isn't one of the highest places to live, the cost of living in Texas is below the national average, which, you know, is good. That's why I like living here. And plus, in Texas, we don't have an income tax, so that's even better, you know. Philippine barbecue from Texas. Yeah, food costs are high everywhere, man. And beef is getting higher. But I've noticed that the beef prices are stabilizing and starting to come down a little bit, which is good. That means the beef market's starting to rebound. We're starting to get some cattle back because, you know, Biden had like 30,000 cattle destroyed, some insanely large number of cattle destroyed. Um, a bunch here in Texas, and then up in Wisconsin, and in the areas where, you know, they do a lot of dairy and such. Yeah. You got some Prime for $3.99 at HEB. Cool. Very cool. Oh, your buddy was in the 82nd? I was in the 82nd Airborne way back in the 80s. Was in the 82nd Airborne from 84 to 85, and then I went to the 2nd Ranger Battalion out of Benning after that. But I was in the 82nd, 2nd 325, 82nd out of Fort Bragg for less than a year. And then I went to Ranger training, and I spent the rest of my time in Fort Benning, Georgia in the 2nd Ranger Battalion. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I know, before COVID, beef was cheap, you know. It wasn't expensive. Now it's expensive as hell. A lot of the deal had to do with raising gas prices, and then Biden had like a third of the cattle industry destroyed because of some perceived idea that they were going to get hoof and mouth disease, which never happened. Ridiculous bullshit. And that raised beef prices like through the roof, and it's still expensive because the cattle ranchers haven't recovered the beef that they lost, and the dairy ranchers haven't recovered the beef that they lost. It's just taking time. Hopefully they'll recover and the beef prices will go down some. I wish we could get back to that 99 cents a pound brisket. That would be awesome. Buying a 15-pound brisket, prime brisket for $15, I'd love that. those were prices in the 80s and 90s, you know. Well, Josh, I'm doing a brisket. It's been in there since 7:40 this morning, between 7:40 and 7:45, somewhere in that neighborhood, and cooking all day. It is now 4:10. We're going to be checking that thing in about another 35 minutes. So stick around. Come back if you got to leave for any reason. Come back. Now at 4:45, I'm going to be checking it. You watched me put it on. Very cool. Whoa, that's pretty high, Bandit. Where am I from? Montgomery, Texas. Very cool. Thanks for coming back, last 99RR. I'm not going to leave until we get done with that brisket. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to be checking it in another 35 minutes. I'm suspecting that we're going to be probably in the 168 to 170 range. Cool, Arlington, awesome. Yeah, he hadn't been the president for 2 years, but under Biden, he had over a third of the cattle industry destroyed because of a perceived hoof and mouth disease that never happened. That was under Biden. That wasn't under Trump. And because of the loss of that cattle, it hasn't recovered. And it's going to take some time for it to recover. So get your facts straight, man.
Hey.
Yeah. Trump ain't doing the best job in the world either, but Biden crashed a lot of stuff, man. He screwed up a lot of things. He screwed up gas prices by destroying the gas production industry in the U.S. He destroyed over a third of the cattle in the U.S., causing beef prices to go up, and we haven't recovered from either one of them. Got to show you how I made that salmon. Well, I've got the videos on it. It's really easy to do. Are you talking about the jalapeno popper stuffed salmon? Oh man, that's good stuff. It's something you got to try. If you haven't tried it, easy. I did it in my expert grill. I did it. It wasn't really hard. The most difficult part is peeling the skin off of it without damaging the meat. And the best way to do that is to blanch that skin. You get some water and you boil it. When it gets boiling hot, pour a little bit of it on that skin, and when it starts peeling off, just slightly peel it off there. There's less beef everywhere, man. There you go, Josh. But yeah, just peel it off really lightly, and then mix up something that you like. I used cream cheese and jalapenos and a couple of other things, and it was really delicious. And put it in that salmon, and rolled it up like a little simmer roll, and tied it with some twine. And then I sliced it in half and made two of them, and it turned out good. I've used meat church. Yeah, I have, Bandit, but I usually make my own. I like my own seasonings. That way I can do it the way I want. You know, I can get the seasonings that I like. I've got some that a buddy of mine made. It's called Armadillo Bold from Barhart Spice Company. That's some pretty good stuff too. And I've got a bottle of it in there, and I've used it a couple of times. It's pretty good. But yeah, go check out the videos on how I made that jalapeno popper stuffed salmon last 99RR. I've got them posted on my TikTok, YouTube, and it's not quite time to post them on my Facebook yet. Still got a while to go before I get to that series. I'm with you on the sea salt. I like either sea salt or kosher salt. Those are my two favorites, Bandit. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for following. Atkins Southwestern Seasoning. Okay. All right. I don't think I've heard of them, but I'll have to look that up. All righty. Well, we are 30 minutes away from checking the brisket and seeing what it looks like. It's cooking really good. I'm holding steady at that 250-degree cooking temp. That's one thing I like about this smoker, man. It's a beast. It really does maintain temperatures really well. It's that thicker steel. It's that 1/4 inch thick steel. You don't see me getting up and fucking with the fire. You just don't see me doing that because I don't have to. I keep an eye on that temp gauge and it's rock steady. I mean, it stays right where I got it. And whenever I get ready to bump it up to 275, whenever I get this thing wrapped, I'll bump it to 275 and it'll stay rock steady at that too, man. You know what's Bluetooth about this roller? Me going over there and looking at the temp gauge. There's no electronics in this thing. Don't need Bluetooth. What I need is a seat in my backyard, wood to put in there, and a cold beer to drink. And that's all the Bluetooth I need. I don't do those easy bake ovens. Thanks, big boss. Appreciate the heart. You know, I'm a grown man, man. I got no use for an easy bake oven. If you want to use an easy bake oven, more power to you. I'll get better flavor than you do. No problem. You are not going to get the flavor out of a pellet grill that you get off an offset smoker. You just won't. You can get good flavor out of a pellet grill, but you're not going to touch an offset. Real wood beats pressed pellets any day of the week. Midlothian, Texas. I've never heard of that. I don't know where that is. I'm going to have to look that up. I am going to have to look that up. So Atkins Southwestern Seasoning out of Midlothian, Texas. Gonna have to look that up. Gonna have to check it out. And we're still a little ways away from checking the brisket there, but we're getting there. Sorry guys, I have to adjust my stand. It kind of fidgeted on me. There we go. Oh, HEB carries it. Okay, gonna have to check that out for sure then. Where am I located, Ray Ray? I'm in Montgomery, Texas. Gonna have to lower this a little bit. It's a little too high.
There we go.
There we go. That's better. That's good right there. There we go. Perfect. You see, that's one thing I like about HEB, Bandit. They carry a lot of local products. Products from the area. High quality stuff. They don't carry trash. They're like one of the best stores to go shopping at. They carry good stuff. their meat is even locally farmed and ranched. Their vegetables and fruit are generally locally farmed and brought in. Yep, I'm going to be holding it overnight, Doogie. You got that right. And we will be slicing it tomorrow morning. So if you can be here at 10 o'clock in the morning, we're going to be slicing into that brisket, and then we'll clean my smoker out. You guys that come around know that I like to clean it the day after a cook. Got to clean my smoker. For me, it's one of those must-do things. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Piggly Wiggly. It's where my mom used to grocery shop whenever I was a kid, and they left. I think they're out more in the east of the country now. And HEB is the store that kind of took over where Piggly Wiggly left off. There ain't no Piggly Wigglies anywhere around here anymore. They're gone. Central Texas, Temple. All right, Ray Ray, very cool. Oh, they're still, see, they went out east. Alabama, Virginia, North South Carolina, Florida. They left Texas for some reason. Don't know why. Do they still have those green stamp books that you can get that once you fill it up, you can get discounts on stuff? Do they still do that at the Piggly Wiggly? They used to do that at the one that we went to in Midland. See, we had one in Midland, Texas, and it closed up a long time ago. And when we moved to Pasadena, my mom had to find another one. And they were still using those green stamp books. Do they do that anymore? There's one in Athens, yeah. I know they closed the one in Midland. I didn't know there was a Piggly Wiggly in Athens, but okay, cool. Alrighty. Well, we are about 25 minutes away from checking that brisket, so we're getting there. The temperature in the firebox is going down a tad, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that fire and see what we're looking like. I just got to see something real quick. Give me a sec. Me, sweetheart. Alrighty. I got a little bit of dip in the temperatures, so I'm going to go ahead and check that that fire and see what we're looking like. When you see that temperature going down, that generally means your wood is starting to burn a little bit low. So probably time to add. We will take a look at it and see what we look like. Let me get you over here where you can see what's going on in my firebox. Y'all are seeing how I manage a fire and everything the whole way through the cook. That's the way I like to do it. That way you guys can see how I do it. Some people may agree with my methods, some don't, some disagree, some agree. That's okay. Do it the way you want to, man. Whatever's best for you and whatever works best in your area or for your cooker, because every cooker's different. They're not the same. Even you get two different Brazoses and they'll cook different ways. Even if you do the same modifications. but that's just here or there. You have to get used to your smoker and how it works. So let's take a look at this fire and see what we're looking at. Yeah, it's time. I'm going to go ahead and adjust this coal bed a little bit. There we go. Put 2 more splits of wood on there. And once that wood gets burning real good, we'll close it down and throw 2 more splits on top of there to preheat. It usually doesn't take long whenever you preheat your wood. It lights pretty quickly. The reason is because it's dry, and when it's dry, it's gonna ignite faster. And whenever it's hot, when you preheat it, it's already warm, and that also promotes a quicker ignition and a faster ignition of the fire. And you can see it's already burning, and because it's dry, it burns cleaner. There you go. This fire is ready to go, and I will be closing it up in just a few seconds, and we'll keep the cook rocking. There we go. That other one ignited, and it's time to go ahead and close it up. There you go. And that fire's rocking good, man. Oh, cool, man. That's very cool. I'd love to be able to get someone that gives me oak and pecan. That would be great. Oh, yeah, don't forget to preheat. Get some more wood on there. Let me go ahead and get those 2 pieces of wood on there. There we go. Get that wood preheating. There we go. There we go. Thank you, sweetheart. My wife had to remind me to preheat the wood. Love you, sweetheart. Now let's get back into our position and continue to cook. We'll go ahead and, since we just put wood on there, we're doing great, Sham. We're doing really great. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you too, man. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. All right. We got that brisket going good, man. It's rocking, and it smells amazing. We're going to be checking it in 15 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes. Almost 20 minutes. We'll be checking it soon. Not really interested in anything right now. I've got a pretty good set of knives that I use. And since I don't do any sword fighting, I probably don't need a sword. Cool. That's very cool, Sham. Very cool. Thanks for coming by. I've got a really good set of barbecue knives that I like to use. I get my wood from a supplier in North Texas, in North Houston. It's off of 59, off of Hartwick Road, 5205 Hartwick Road in North Houston, and that's where I get my wood. It's Valdez wood. He has a lot of wood, and it's really inexpensive. I get post oak for 50 cents a split. So 200 splits of post oak cost me $100. That's almost 3/4 of a cord of wood. So quite a bit of wood for a pretty good price. You know what I'm saying? Do we have Market Street out here? I'm not anywhere close to it, Bandit. It's a long way away from me. But Houston does have a Market Street. $0.97 a pound. Oh, you mean a store? No, I've never heard of Market Street. But yeah, pork butts you can get for under $1 a pound all day long. We see them at HEB all the time for about that. Get a 10 pounder for under $10 all the time. Yeah, that's pretty common. Pork is cheap, beef not so much. Ah, it's like a Albertsons family store, huh? Okay, cool. That's cool. We're gonna be checking that brisket in 15 minutes, and I am pretty darn sure that we're gonna be through the stall, heading up to that 175 range that we're looking for. It's been cooking rock steady at 250 degrees. So I have no doubt that we're going to be in good shape. All right. And it's smoking good and clean too. Uh-oh. There we go. Got back. Yeah, Tom Thumb I know is Albertsons, but they closed all the Albertsons and Tom Thumbs in the Houston area too. There's a couple of Albertsons here and there, but Tom Thumb has pretty much left the area, I guess. Been a while since I've seen a Tom Thumb. Hell, it's been a while since I've seen an Albertsons. Kroger kind of competed Albertsons around here. And of course, HEB, you know, that's really the way to go. They're everywhere up there, yeah. They're just like 7-Elevens used to be everywhere down here, and then they disappeared and Stop and Go came in, and 7-Eleven moved out and they went up north. Now all of a sudden Stop and Go went away and 7-Elevens are starting to come back. But the big thing around here is time-wise. You know, those are everywhere. The convenience stores. Not really, Carrie, because my temperature, my smoker is pretty good at maintaining temperatures. And the way I've got the dampers set, it really doesn't give me too much spikes. Plus, putting in preheated and dry wood, that helps prevent against temperature spikes too. And also knowing the right size splits to put in your smoker. That's a good thing to know. Figure out what size splits your smoker likes to use to prevent temperature spikes. And I've got it pretty much figured out on this. Yeah, we've got about another little over 10 minutes to go, Stella. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're going to check that brisket, take a look at it. It's going to be beautiful. I know that. I know what you mean, Bandit. They're starting to filter back in around here in the Houston area, but they were gone for 30 years. Are we doing a live cook on Tuesday? What are we going to do, babe? What do we got planned? Oh, we've got those baby back ribs that we're going to do, and we're going to do those in the smoker. We're not going to do them in the, she wants to do them in the smoker the old school way. And I'm thinking that we're probably going to do some party ribs with those baby backs. I got 2 little racks of them. I think I want to do some party ribs, and we're going to use our honey bourbon glaze to put that sauce on there. That's a good sticky glaze right there. Yeah, I'm across the corners from each other. Crap, that's a little bit that's a little bit thick in the that's a lot of stores in one area. I think we can, baby. I think we can do one. We can do that live cook on Tuesday. That's a good idea. What's the name of this smoker? Her name is Roxanne. Meet Roxanne, and that's spelled Rockassane. That's her name. You guys helped me name her whenever I bought her. The brand, she's an Old Country Brazos offset smoker. Well, if you want to upgrade your smoker, this is a good one to upgrade to. This is a good smoker. 1/4 inch thick steel. It's about $1,550, and they sell them at Academy. Ooh, that sounds good. That apple habanero sauce, awesome. But I've got a really nice honey bourbon glaze that I make. If you go to it's in a short in my YouTube. I've also got it pinned at the top of my TikTok and Facebook pages. Yeah, it's really nice. They keep us entertained around here, Stella. It's a really nice sound, and I've got a lot of really pretty ones. We've got a few cardinals and blue jays that fly around here quite often. But yeah, it's really nice to have them around. Of course, sparrows are everywhere. I got a couple crows that come and visit me too. I like those crows. They're cool. And we are 10 minutes away from checking that brisket, so we're almost there. And I suspect that we're going to be in the probably upper 160s range, 168, probably 170. I suspect we're going to be there. That means we're through the we're through the stall, and what that means is after we check it, if it's through the stall and we're on that upwards turn for the temperature, I'm going to go ahead and get the paper ready for wrapping. I'll tell you, it is, Last of Us, it is a good day. The wind is not blowing really good. It was earlier today. I mean, it was blowing earlier, but it's going. Well, see, we're checking them at 4:45, so we're almost there. Yes, I have made a meatloaf, Michael. As a matter of fact, if you go look, I've got what's called a Texas-sized meatloaf Twinkie in there, and that's a badass. You got to check that out. I got a nice little series of videos on that, and I smoked it. It was good too, man. Oh yeah, I love it, and I've got it on my YouTube. I've got a video on that smoked meatloaf. It's called a Texas-sized meatloaf Twinkie, and it is stuffed with brisket and cheese and jalapenos, and it's really good, man. Oh, it's good. Of course, the meatloaf is made regular meatloaf way, the regular stuff you'd put in meatloaf, you know. But then it's stuffed with some badass stuff. It's really good. Yeah, you can, Caesar. It'll handle 2 briskets. I don't really get cause to do 2 of them, but I can if I need to. It'll do 3 briskets, 3 smaller size, 12, 13, 14 pound briskets after trimmed. It'll do those pretty easily, 3 of them. It'll do 6 racks of pork ribs because I've got an upper rack. Unfortunately, the upper rack isn't big enough to fit a brisket on, but it will do a couple of racks of ribs on that upper rack, and it'll do 4 of them on the bottom, no problem. And I can do 4 pork butts on that thing pretty easily. And we are going to be checking that thing in about another 7 minutes. So get ready, guys. We're almost there. Thanks for following me, Sean. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, it smells good out here, Michael. It smells really good. It's unbelievable. And we're cooking. Yep, the fire's going pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and check that fire real quick. There we go. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. Adjust it. There we go. I'm going to throw these two pieces in here. Sort of go back to the original log cabin stack I had in there. All right, we're burning good. I'm going to close it down and keep it cooking. We're in good shape. Get a couple more splits over here preheating. There we go. Sit my big fat ass down. I know it is looking good. We're almost there. 5 more minutes. Yep. I know that is some beautiful smoke, isn't it? Beautiful smoke. That is what you should look at. Clean. There you go. Well, Dusty, I'm cooking a brisket. We're going to be looking at it here in a couple of minutes. We're almost there. Take a look at that brisket in just a few more minutes. 4, as a matter of fact. Let me go ahead and set up over there so y'all can see what I'm looking at. Here we go. Get you looking at it. See what we're cooking in there. We're going to take a look at that brisket. Your chickens are almost done. Awesome. Cool. We're fixing to find out, Dusty. We were going into the stall last time we checked it at 161 degrees, and that was almost an hour ago.
It was an hour ago, 3 more minutes.
Yeah, an hour ago and 3 more minutes. So almost an hour ago. We're going to check that brisket here in a couple of minutes and see where we are. And I think we're probably going to be in between 165 and 170 degrees.
Oh my God.
Okay, so y'all are going to go eat. I don't blame you. There you go. Fixing to take a look at this brisket. All right, here we go.
Not yet. 3 more minutes.
That's too bad, Jeremy. It's never too miserable here. I've got a nice little cover over me, and if I need a fan, my wife can bring out the fan, and that'll keep me a little cool, and cold beer, and I'm in good shape, man. But we're fixing to take a look at this brisket, see what we've got in there.
Not yet.
We've got about 3 more minutes, so hang out for just a few more. It's almost that time. You can't get your smoker lit. It's so windy. That sucks. It was pretty damn windy this morning, and the wind seems like it's picking up a little bit now. But that's okay. That's perfectly okay.
Babe, do you need to check the wood when we're done or no?
What? No, I just put wood in it, so we're good. Okay, you're on your way out of the house to eat. Go get you something, Bandit. Appreciate you coming by, man. What's the name of the grill? Her name is Roxanne, and that's spelled Rocksanne. She's an old country Brazos offset smoker.
2 more minutes.
We're almost there. That's my wife. 2 more minutes. Hey man, that's the best way to live, Michael. Am I reading it wrong? It said on our way to our house to eat. Or you're going home to eat. Okay, there you go. That's what I'm supposed to be reading, right, Bandit? Maybe I was reading it wrong. This is not a Weber. It's an Old Country Brazos, like I just said. You see that tag right there? This is Old Country. And when it's silver, you know it's a Brazos. If it's got the black inside there, the black filling with the silver letters, then it's either a Pecos or a Wrangler. This is the Brazos.
One more minute.
Your house. Oh, you're heading to my house. Okay.
Come on in.
Do I actually know what I'm doing? Yes, I do, Estella. I've been doing it for a long time. 40 plus years. So, yeah, I know what I'm doing. We're fixing to take a look at this brisket in another 1 minute. See what we look like. We got some really nice.
That other guy a while ago that he missed it, babe. Is he there? Make sure he's there because he will be there in 1 minute after 4:45, and we're done.
Not really a pro. I'm just a backyard barbecuer that loves doing it. Thank you for the rose, Josh.
Oh, I think that's. Oh, that's not Josh.
You are not going to cook a brisket at 165 for 12 hours. It won't happen. It's going to take you a lot longer than 12 hours to cook a brisket at 165. You'll be there for 2 days at 165 if it cooks. We just added wood to the firebox, so we don't have to do that right now. But now it is time to go ahead and take a look at this brisket. And you want to go ahead and get over here, babe? It's time to look.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot.
Here we go.
Hold on.
We're taking a look, and we're going to see what it looks like. We're cooking right at 250 degrees, perfect temperature. The wind has really died. Okay, here we go.
Right? Okay. Ooh, that's good.
Our average temperature is 167 internal. There's no need to spritz. There's no dryness anywhere on there. And that bark looks
Let them see
amazing.
it. Let them see
That's
it.
a beautiful bark. That's a nice looking brisket. There we go. Whoops.
Okay.
Whoops.
Make sure Estela sees it.
There we go. There's that brisket. Man. Well, we're not going to be doing any jiggle test. It's not time to do a jiggle test. It's only 167 internal. It's not even rendering the fat yet. It doesn't do that till it's over 170. That's when the jiggle test will come in. But we're getting there, and it's looking beautiful. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
There it goes. It goes. That's a beautiful brisket, man.
I hope that other guy is in there watching.
Ooh, I know. Sorry.
He might pop up in a minute or two. And,
It is a nice looking brisket. That brisket looks good, man. I'm going to be wrapping it at about 175 to 180 degrees internal, somewhere in that neighborhood. We'll take a look at it in another hour. It's probably going to be there at that temperature, and it'll be time to wrap, but it's not there yet. We're at 167, so we got a while to go. There we go. But yeah, we got a while before it's time to wrap it up. It'll get there, you know, just give it time. Be patient. It's rocking, that's for sure. There ain't nothing gonna be dry about that smoke, that brisket, Estella. I never cook a dry brisket. They're always juicy as hell. I know how to do them. I've been doing briskets a long time. This is not my first rodeo. Well, what temperature do I like to start cooking them at? 225 degrees, and I'll keep it that way for about 4 to 5 hours. Once it reaches 140 degrees internal temperature, I will bump the temperature to 250 degrees, and I'll take it through the stall. Once it gets through the stall, then I'll, no, that's a long way off, not until it's done.
Oh yeah, but it's fine. But that's the
But
left, right?
once it gets through the stall at about 175, 178 degrees, I'll take it out of there and wrap it in butcher's paper, and I'll wrap it with tallow. I've already smoked the tallow. I took it out after the first check at 4 hours. And then after that, I will put it back in the smoker and cook it at 275 degrees until it's done at 200 degrees internal. Then we take it out and we let it rest overnight, at least 8 hours. It is a learning experience. Oh, you got an offset now. There you go, Josh. All I can say is get on it, cook, and enjoy the experience. That's the best thing you can do with an offset. Just do it. And enjoy it. Enjoy it while you're at it. It is. It's an art, man. And it's just something you got to figure out how to do and enjoy doing. It's all about enjoying it. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to get off here for a little bit. You guys come back. I'm gonna be checking it in an hour, so I'll be back at 5:30. Come back then, and we'll continue this live. I hate to have to do this, but my phones are kind of running out of a charge, so I've got to take them off a little bit. They're getting hot. It's really hot outside, and we're on a back porch with a hot smoker going, so it's heating everything up. There you go. Yeah, one thing is you've got to have patience to barbecue. It takes a lot of patience, and you've got to let the meat do what it wants to do. You have to cook it the way it wants to be cooked, and you have to follow its lead and go where it directs you to go in the cook. That's the best thing you can do, and enjoy the whole process. But the main thing is you've got to be patient. But anyways, guys, I'll be back in 50 minutes. And come on back, guys. I got to get off here. I hate to do this, but my phones are dying, and I got to charge them up a little bit. So come back in 40 minutes. We're going to be checking it at 5:45, so we're going to be back at 5:30. See you then, guys.